सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। Yesterday we completed the third chapter. Just one correction, there was in the ninth Brahmana, Shakalya Brahmana, Vidagdha, I said is arrogant. Vidagdha is the name of the person, not the title. Because in Sanskrit, in the Upanishad, something will be name and something will be title. So sometimes we get confused. So Vidagdha is the name of the Shakalya, Shakalya is a title. And Vidagdha means a clever, shrewd, these are the meanings. And this third chapter was Jalpa Rupa. Technically it is called Jalpa Rupa, means it was in the form of a debate for getting the victory. Both sides were trying for victory. So it is Jaya Parajaya Pradhana Katha. It is a debate where victory and defeat are important. So that type of format was there in the third chapter. And that's what it was, a hot debate where everybody was trying to win. And therefore format was slightly different. And debate became very ugly. I did not talk about that part. The last Brahmana, Shakalya Brahmana, if you remember this, Gargi, in the 8th Brahmana, she told that I have asked 2 questions. One was regarding where everything is Otam and Protam. And the last question she asked that this everything is Otam and Protam is based on, Otam and Protam is based on Akasha, Avyakrita. Then she asked, where is Avyakrita based? Then answer was given, it is based on Aksharam Brahma, which is Asthulam, Ananu, Arasvam. So which was presented by this Neti Neti method. And then at the end, in the beginning itself she had told, not in the end, the 8th Brahmana, that if I ask 2 questions and Yajnavalkya can answer, then you should not ask him anymore. If he can get you off by just letting you go, then itself you should consider yourself to be fortunate. Because if he starts asking questions, you will not be able to answer. So please don't ask anymore, I am the final bowler. So don't do it. And she was answered by Yajnavalkya, very nicely answered. And afterwards, nobody should ask. But sometimes people don't listen. So they did not listen to Gargi, and Shakalya asked questions. And he was arrogant, in his approach. And in between, Yajnavalkya told him also that see, these all other Brahmanas are making you scapegoat to fight with me, you will be in trouble. Really, he told that. He says they are making you like a fork for taking this charcoal. I am like charcoal. Yajnavalkya says they are using you like a fork. They themselves can't face me, and therefore they are using you. You be careful. But he did not listen. In fact, he became very arrogant. So, what do you think? You are looking down upon them all or what? Then he said, yes, you ask question, I know whatever you ask. Then again discussion continued, and Shakalya ran out of questions. Then Yajnavalkya said, you were talking so arrogantly as if you are a Brahmagnani. Do you know this Upanishad Purusham? If you don't know, your head will fall down. You have Abhimana, everything head will fall down. And Shakalya did not know, so his head fell down. Not only that, when his Shishyas, Shakalya had a Shishya, he was a great scholar. So when his Shishyas were taking his dead body, that time the thieves came and took away the dead body thinking that some wealth is there. So, so even his dead body did not reach home. So idea there, Bhagavan Bhashyakara says, this is told by Shruti to show that we should not have disrespect to the Brahmavid, to show that this Akhyayika was given. And then at the end, Yajnavalkya said that now final. In Bhandara, in Rishikesh, they will have Puran. Puran means lastly all items will be served. And they will say Puran. Puran means what? Now last time it is being served. So similarly, Yajnavalkya challenged, is there anyone who would like to ask me question? Nobody came forward. All of you would like to ask question together? Nobody came forward. Then, can I ask question to any one of you? Nobody came forward. Can I ask you all together means you can answer combined manner. Means see one person will know one part, second person, second, doesn't matter. Can I ask you in a combined manner, all of you? All of you can bet, I will ball. Still nobody could do it. Then still Yajnavalkya asked these questions. Mainly he asked this question regarding the ultimate cause of this world. And he asked in a very technical manner that how this jiva comes back. He says when the tree is cut, then root is there, therefore the tree comes back. But when person dies, where does he come back? From that body again it cannot come, other jiva is not coming. Then where from this jiva is being born again? And it is a representative of the question where this world, everything has come from. Do you know about it? Nobody could give the answer. Then here Bhashyakara, Shruti does not declare, but Bhashyakara declares, thus vijitaha vijagnuhu brahmana tat na vijagnuhu brahmana yataha. So he said they did not know, and therefore brahmanaha vijitaha. So all brahmanas were defeated, and Yajnavalkya, we had taken away the cows, was justified. Then Shruti herself gives the answer to the question raised by Yajnavalkya. Because otherwise we will be wondering. See, Brahmana did not give the answer. Yajnavalkya himself did not give the answer. So Shruti being mother, so motherly affection Shruti has. So she answered. What is that? Vijnanam Anandam Brahma. This is a very popular statement of Shruti. Vijnanam Anandam Brahma. Brahman is Anandam, Ananda Swarupa, fullness. And this fullness is in the form of consciousness. So Brahma is Chidananda Swarupaha. This is important message because generally we think that Ananda is something very mysterious or special entity. Shastra says that which is consciousness, that consciousness alone is Ananda. Why consciousness is Ananda? Because consciousness is limitless fullness. And fullness alone is called Ananda, being the basis of all experiential happiness. So Brahman is Chaitanyam, and Chaitanyam is limitless, and being limitless, it is called Ananda, since limitless alone is the basis for all experiential happiness. So that was presented Vijnanam Anandam Brahma. And that Brahman alone is Ratir Datur Parayanaha. He alone is the Karma Phala Data. He alone gives the result to all people who are doing the rituals. And Tishthamanasya, he alone is the abode of all wise people. So, Tishthamanasya Parayanam. It is the Parayanam for all the people who are giving wealth, means doing karma. Rati means wealth. So, who are giving the wealth to them, Ratehe Datuhu Parayanam. The people who are doing the charity and all other karmas, for them, the Parayanam, the giver, the ultimate refuge is Brahma, that Ishvara. And that alone is the abode of a Brahmagnani. By this, Shruti has given the answer that Chaitanya Ananda Swarupa Brahman is the pratishtha of everything, is the basis for everything, and that alone is the ultimate abode of wise people. So, the Shruti gave the answer. The answer to this Yajnavalkya question, what is the Jagat Karanam, Jagat Adhishthanam? The answer was Chidananda Brahma is the Adhishthanam. So, with this, the third chapter was completed. In that, Yajnavalkya was the main what is called speaker. In the next fourth chapter also, Yajnavalkya is going to be the main teacher. But there, here the fourth chapter, 6 Brahmanas are there, and here also Yajnavalkya will be the main teacher. But the difference between the third chapter Yajnavalkya and fourth chapter Yajnavalkya is, in the third chapter Yajnavalkya was a contestant. He was one of the participants of the debate. So that spirit was the victory defeat spirit. Whereas here Yajnavalkya will be a plain teacher of Vedanta. So here he is not participating in a debate. Here he is going to give the teaching to the disciple, and mainly Janaka. So in the fourth chapter also, Yajnavalkya will be the teacher. Therefore, third chapter and the fourth chapter are called Yajnavalkya Kanda or this Muni Kanda. The first and second chapter Madhu Kanda. Third and fourth are Yajnavalkya Kanda, Muni Kanda, because Yajnavalkya is the main teacher. Now, the fourth chapter, as I said, 6 Brahmanas are there, and the first Brahmana is called Shadacharya Brahmana. Very interesting Brahmana. Shadacharya Brahmana means the section dealing with 6 Acharyas. And here, the first part of this Brahmana is the background story. Once Janako Havaidehi Asan Chakre, Janaka was sitting in his palace. Yajnavalkya Avabraja. Yajnavalkya went there, and Janaka Raja asked him. He says, "What for you have come?" Yajnavalkya Kimarthachari, Kimartham Acharihi. What for you have come? Pashun Icchan Anvantan Iti. So, would you like to have certain things for your Gurukulam? Pashu is a representative of wealth. Or you would like to have some question answer. Anvantan means Sukshma Vastu Nirnayantan Prashtan. So, Yajnavalkya was very fond of Janaka, because Janaka used to ask very subtle questions, and because of that Yajnavalkya will come and he will give the answer and there will be nice satsang. So, this time also it can be the purpose. Therefore, Janaka asked very plainly, because he has come for some work and you start talking about Vedanta, then he will be delayed unnecessarily. He has come for one purpose. So you should not disrespect the purpose of other person. If somebody has come to you for a particular purpose and he is in hurry to go, then you should not delay. No, you tell me about Vedanta. What is the third case of this Shabda? Vyakarana or Vedanta. You should not. So you should respect. So Janaka asked very plainly. Then, really, that Yajnavalkya, what he says, see, generally, even formality, what happens? People go somebody's house for some job. But they will start what? Oh, I was passing by and then I thought I will drop in. Actually, I had come for something. But that is how they will say. No, I just passed by and I thought I will drop it. How are you doing and all? And then he will tell that, see, I wanted some loan of 5 lakhs. But Yajnavalkya is very, very honest. He says, Ubhayam eva samrat. Dono cheez hai bole. So both the things. I would like to have something and I would like to have some discussion. Both the purpose are there. Like I go to my friend's house, we'll have nice chat with him and some job is there, that also will be done. So, Ubhayam eva samrat. Then, how to start satsang? So, they started satsang. So, Yajnavalkya said, Yatte kaschid abravit tat shunuvama iti abravin me jitva. Okay, so Yajnavalkya said, see, it is not that I only come to you. To you, you are a king and therefore many scholars will be coming to you. So let me listen what you have listened from other acharyas. So I would like to hear. Then Shailini, Janaka Raja talks about one acharya, Shailini. He says, Shailini said, Vagvai Brahma. Vag Devata is to be meditated upon as Brahma. This is how the Shailini Acharya said. Other scholars, what they will say, hey, idiot, useless fellow, he doesn't do anything. Generally, among the scholars, they have so much jealousy. So, if you talk about one scholar that scholar was talking like this, they will say, he will say he doesn't know anything. But Yajnavalkya says very nicely. He says, Yatha matruman pitruman acharyavan bruyat tatha tacchailini abravit. This Vakya Bhashyakara quotes in Kathopanishad also. He says, Shailini has talked like anybody who is trained by mother, father and the teacher. By this it is highlighted that anybody who has been well trained by these three, he will have validity in his speech. Means his words should be respected. When a person is trained by these three, he says Shailini has talked like an acharya who is trained by these three. But did he talk about this ayatanam pratishtha of this Vagdevata? Did he talk about that also? Janak Raja said no, that is not talked. Then he said, what is that? Then the Yajnavalkya talked about the ayatanam of this Vagdevata is Vagidriya and Pratishtha is Avyakruta. So he talked about that and Upanishad secret name also talked about. Then Janaka Raja says, wow, this is a very great details, this I did not know. He said, I will give you 1,000 cows with a very, very powerful bull. I will give you. Then Yajnavalkya should take it. He said, no. He says, my father has told me, that is the style in olden days. People generally say, my father used to say. What? He said, my father used to say, Shishyan na ananushishya haret. He said, without making the disciple completely fulfilled with the teaching, we should not take dakshina. As a dakshina, I will not take it. because I have not given you complete knowledge of Brahman, and therefore I will not take it. So he said, that is my father used to say, and I also believe. So people used to have certain principles. Life is based on principles, and they used to follow that. So my father said like this, and I will follow that. That until the Shishya gets complete knowledge, we should not take Dakshina. After giving complete Vidya, alone Dakshina should be taken. So in this manner, the dialogue goes on, and about 6 devatas, 6 current, again Yajnavalkya said, you tell me furthermore if any other acharya you have listened to. Then he talked about Prana Devata, Chakshu Devata, Shrotra Devata, Mano Devata, Hridaya Devata. All these devatas he talked about, and every time Yajnavalkya asked, did he talk about the Ayatanam and Pratishtha? No. Then he will tell. Again Janaka Raja will offer 1,000 cows. He said, no, I cannot take. So like that, in this Shadacharya Brahmana, 6 devatas were presented as alambana for this Brahman. The equation between the devata and Brahman is to be meditated upon. And finally, he did not take any dakshina because all these devatas are Saguna Brahma. The knowledge is not complete. Person will not be Kritartha, fulfilled by that. Therefore, every time he kept on saying this. So, with this, the Shadacharya Brahmana got over. Then the second Brahmana is called Kurcha Brahmana. Kurcha in Hindi means Kurchi. Kurcha means chair, really. Kurcha means chair Brahmana. So, what is the chair Brahmana? So, it suggests something. Janaka Rajas, that dialogue was over, and perhaps Yajnavalkya went back. He must have given, not as a dakshina, but as a king he is supposed to support the Gurukulam, he must have given. Second time, Janaka Raja was seated in his chair, Kurcha, and he went there, Yajnavalkya went there. Then he got up from the chair and did namaskara and told, Namaste astu Yajnavalkya Anuma Shadhi. So, please teach me. And here commentators are observing one thing. He said, last time Janaka remains seated, and he must have given a chair, but he remains seated. Whereas here he gets up from the chair, does namaskara and requesting for teaching. Last time is only Yajnavalkya asked. This time Janaka Raja himself is telling, Anuma Shadhi, please teach me. And when he requested like this, then here commentator says, in Shastra there are 2 topics. One is called Jnanam, other is called Jnana Sadhanam. So, Shishya needs to be taught about 2 things. What are the means for Jnanam and what the actual Jnanam is. And Yajnavalkya says to Janaka Raja that you have done so many upasanas and you are worshipable and otherwise also you are qualified. So, sadhana part need not be talked about to you. Because you have cleared that grade 1. Now, I want to know whether Jnanam also you have or not. Therefore, I am asking you a question. He says, Itaha vimuchyamanaha kva gamishyasi. Where will you go? After leaving from here, where will you go? Do you know where will you go? Then he says, Naham tad bhagavan veda yatra gamishyami. Where will I go? I do not know. He says, I will tell you, yatra gamishyasi. I will tell you where you will go. And here, it is not that you will go to Svargaloka or you go to Brahmaloka. That is not the topic. Here, the commentators explain. Yajnavalkya says, I will tell you going where you will have fulfillment in your life, freedom from samsara. That particular Atma Tattvam I will talk about. I will tell you having attained which you don't have to come back. So where you will go, having attained which you will have fulfillment. That I will talk about. And he says, Bravitu Bhagavan. Please tell. So reaching which, attaining which, one attains fulfillment. That I will talk to you. And he talks about this Atma Tattvam through Avasthatraya Viveka. He is following the prakriya. He not following, he is presenting the prakriya which is given in Mandukya Upanishad, which is called Avasthatraya Vivekena Turiya Brahma Jnanam. Knowledge of Turiya Brahma by Avasthatraya Viveka. But only thing, he does not use the usual language. In Mandukya Karika, what is the language? Jagrad Avastha Abhimani Atma is called Vishwa or Vaishvanara. Atma associated with, seen with the Upadhi of Jagrad Avastha is called Vishwa at the individual level and Vaishvanara at total level. And Atma associated with Swapna Avastha at the individual level is called Tejasa and Hiranyagarbha at the total level. Atma associated with the Sushupti Avastha is called Prajna at individual level and Ishvara or Antaryami at total level. And this is Atma based on these three pada, three avastha. But Atma by itself, what is it? That is presented in the 7th mantra in Mandukya Upanishad. Danta pragdam na bahish pragdam no bhayata pragdam na pragdana garam. So by neti neti, this Atma is presented as Turiyam. So in Mandukya Upanishad, Chatushpat Atma is presented. Soyam Atma Chatushpat. Atma is having the 4 quarters. Vishwa, Tejasa, Prajna and Turiyam. And this Turiyam is presented by the negation of Vishwa, Vishwatva, Tejasatva and Prajnatva. And it is revealed that Atma becomes Vishwa, Tejasa, Prajna based on the association with the Upadhi of Avastha and Sharira. With the Sthula Upadhi, Sthula Sharira Upadhi, it is Vishwa, Sukshma, it is Tejasa, Karana Sharira Upadhi, it is Prajna. But by itself, what is it? It is pure consciousness which is not limited by any state of experience. Vishwa, Tejasa, Prajna, Adhisthana Bhutam Turiyam. Turiyam is the Turiya Atma, is the Adhishthanam of all three. And the 4th one, when we say, it is not really 4th one. Turiyam iti manyante, Chaturtham iti manyante. So really it is only one, but it is in and through all three and beyond all three, not limited by all three. Therefore, it is figuratively called Turiyam Chaturtham. This is the description given in Mandukya Karika. And similar teaching is given here, but slightly different language. Instead of calling this Vishwa, he uses the word Indhaha. So, Vishwa, Jagrat Abhimani Purusha, he is called Indhaha. Then Swapna Abhimani is called Pravivikta Haratara. So like that, different names are given, but the message given is that Atma is appearing to be Vishwa, Tejas and Prajna in association with the Upadhi. By itself, it is in and through, but free from all of them. And that was presented by Sa Esha Neti Neti. This Turiya Atma cannot be pointed out as an object. Earlier also we have seen it cannot be pointed out as an object. So Shastra uses the method of neti neti. Neti neti means what? It is not this, it is not this. And to understand the significance of neti neti means not this, not this. The negation method, what is the significance? Generally, negation method doesn't serve any purpose. If I ask you that who is Devadatta? Suppose I ask you, who is Devadatta? And you say what? Devadatta is not Yajnadatta, he is not Vishnu Datta, he is not Indra Datta, he is not Phala Datta, he is not Karma Datta. Suppose I tell you that if I ask you who is Vishwadatta and you give me this description. So when question is who is Devadatta and if you say he is not Yajnadatta, he is not Vishnu Datta, Indra Datta, etc., how does it serve the purpose? It doesn't serve the purpose. In fact, you understand one thing, that this person doesn't want to give the answer. We have the methods. Sometimes if somebody asks some question and we have got ways to evade. So I asked some brahmachari in Rishikesh, Kailash Ashram, he was there. I asked him, what is your name? So he started teaching Vedanta. बोले नाम है वो तो रूप का होता है. Name belongs to form. Form is already present. So already gnati hai. So he didn't want to give the name. Somehow, I don't know why. So we have got different ways to evade. If somebody asks, what is your age? So what do we say? What do you think? So we have the ways of answering. So similarly, the neti method, really speaking, it looks like a way of evading the question. But it is used in Shastra. Very, very often it is used. So to understand the significance of this neti method, we have to understand certain principles. First is, that which really exists cannot be negated. Sataha nishedaha na sambhavati. Negation of existent is not possible. If something is, you cannot say it is not. Like clip is, I cannot say clip is not. So anything, Akasha is, so I cannot say Akasha is not. If something is existent, it cannot be negated. Existent cannot be negated. Second principle is, non-existent need not be negated. Existent cannot be negated, non-existent need not be negated. Why? It's non-existent. If I say that Akasha Pushpa Nasti eva, means these flowers grown in the sky, in the space, does not exist. Or rabbit's horn, Nasti eva, is not there, and I give big lecture on that. It need not be. So elephant is not there. It's not there. It's not there, so I need not talk so much about it. So Nasti, that which is not there, need not be negated. That which is there cannot be negated. That which is not there need not be negated. And therefore, if negation is done, and it is done by some reliable source, somebody who doesn't have anything to do, he can do anything. But somebody who is reliable, and that entity negates something, then we have to think that what is negated must not be existent. Why? Because if it is existent, it will not be negated. So when something is negated, then it cannot be existent. So what Shruti is negating, What Shruti is negating? Shruti is negating the Jagrat Prapancha, Sukshma Prapancha and Karana Prapancha. Shruti is negating this world. So this world must not be existent, independently existent. It must not be like Brahman. If it is existent like Brahman, Shruti will not negate. And if it is totally non-existent like rabbit's horn, then also Shruti will not negate. It is not necessary. What a big deal. You come to Vedanta class and you are told, I am telling you one secret. Upanishad Brumi, Upanishad Bravimi. What? Rabbit's horn is not there. What a big thing. So you make a big fuss. I will tell you a secret, the secret which nobody knows. All these things I tell, and finally what I say? Rabbit's horn does not exist. What a big thing. So if something is negated by Shruti, it should not be totally non-existent, means asat. What is negated by Shruti cannot be sat. What is negated by Shruti cannot be asat, tucham. Therefore, what do we arrive at? What is negated by Shruti is sat asadbhyam vilakshanam, which is not available to be categorized as independently existent sat and totally non-existent asat. It is what? Sad asadbhyam vilakshanam, means what? Mithya. So by neti, that Brahman is neither this Vishwa, Tejasa, Prajna, what is suggested is neither Sat nor Asat. It is what? Sadasadbhyam anirvachaniyam mithya. Alright. And being mithya, it is available for experience. This has to be well set in the mind. Many people have this question, if the whole world is mithya, then how come we experience? In fact, it is experience, therefore only we are calling mithya. If it is not experience, we will not call it mithya. We have another category for that. Then we will call it tucham, asat. So Shastra by neti, what is it suggesting? That this Jagrat, Swapna, Shushupti, Prapancha and the status based on this Jagrat, Swapna, Shushupti, Vishwa, Tejas and Prajna, these three status are mithya. And Atma by itself, it is never associated with these three Prapancha. Why? Because the sambandha between the mithya and satyam is what? Mithya. The connection between real and unreal will be what? Unreal, not real. The connection between real and unreal will be what? Unreal only. Like what? Your connection with dream wealth. Dream wealth is mithya with reference to this empirical word, Vyavaharika, Jagrat Prapancha. So, your bank balance in Jagrat Avastha is what? Vyavaharika Satyam. And your dream wealth is what? Mithya. So, mithya dream wealth and your waking bank balance, they have no connection. You cannot go to the bank and tell, see, yesterday I got the dream of 1 million rupees. Please deposit here. Then that fellow will say, you should go to some mental hospital. So remember, the connection between the real and unreal is unreal. So that is what Shruti is highlighting here. That Atma, who is Chaitanyam, is Sat Swarupa. And this Atma, which is Sat Swarupa, is never really associated with Jagrat, Swapna, Shushupti or Sthula, Sukshma, Karana, Sharira or Prapancha. So Atma is really never connected with these three sharira and three prapancha, and therefore Atma is asangaha. So that asangatvam is highlighted. Sa esha neti neti, fourth mantra, neti neti atma agrihyo nahi grihyate, ashiryaha nahi shiryate, asangaha nahi sajjate. So Shruti highlights this, that since Atma is Satyam and the three shariras are Mithya, therefore Atma is Asangaha. And Upadi Drishtya, if we see, Atma is connected. Empirically speaking, Atma is connected with one of these three bodies all the time. Upadi Drishtya, Atma is always connected with one of these three. Either there is a Jagrad Avastha now, or Swapna Avastha, or Shushupti Avastha. Experientially, you can never be out of these three. Is one of these three. So Shruti is highlighting this fact. Upadi Drishtya, Atma is either Vishwa, or Tejasa, or Prajna. At individual level, or Vaishvanara, Hiranyagarbha, or Antaryami. Upadi Drishtya, Atma will never be free from any one of these three status. And Swarupa Drishtya, Tattva Drishtya, Atma is ever free from all the three. Therefore, Swarupa Drishtya, Atma is ever Turiyam. Turiyam indicates beyond, transcendental nature. So, Swarupa Drishtya, Atma is always Turiyam. Upadi Drishtya, Atma is always Vishwa, Tejasa, or Prajna. So people say, Swamiji, when will I experience this Turiyam? You cannot experience Turiyam in a particular state which is beyond these three. You can recognize this Turiyam as yourself in Jagrad Avastha. So when do you experience Turiyam? You don't experience Turiyam as an object in any state. You recognize Turiyam as yourself in Jagrad Avastha. If this is clear, then we will not have fancy for this Turiya state. You must have heard that we have to realize this Turiya state, etc. When you are appreciating clearly without any obstruction, I am Turiyam Chaitanyam, I am Jagrat Swapna Shushupti Sakshi, ever free from the association with these three avastha, three bodies. That appreciation can be called Turiya Avastha. Figuratively, because you want some title. So Turiya Avastha. Otherwise you are Turiyam when? All the time. You don't become Turiya, recognize that you are Turiya all the time. Swarupa Drishtya, you are always Turiya. Upadi Drishtya, you are always one of the three. And in fact, when you are hearing, you will be what? Vishwa. This is how it is. So don't have any what is called craze for experience of particular state. Does it mean, Swamiji, Samadhi is not there? We don't deny the existence of Samadhi. Samadhi state is there. What is Samadhi? Absorbed, mature Nididhyasanam is Samadhi. What is Nididhyasanam? Atma Vishayaka Sajatiya Vritti Pravaha Nididhyasanam. Nididhyasanam is the continuous flow of thoughts centered on Atma. Like what we are doing in the meditation. I am Asangaha. I am Shantaha. You keep on entertaining this flow of thoughts, that is called Nididhyasanam. But in our Nididhyasanam, what happens? So we are thinking about this Atma, And from that we go to Atma, Paramatma, then Swami Paramatmananji, and then Rajkot, and then all this come. Ahmedabad, all this come. So, distraction is there. Then again we bring it back. Hopefully we can bring back. Sometimes meditation gets over by the time we come back. But we bring it back. Again it goes. So that is how Nididhyasanam generally is. But when mind remains absorbed in the thought of Atma without any distraction for some length of time, that is called Samadhi. So Samadhi is a mature state of Nididhyasanam. Don't mystify it. Some people say only Nididhyasanam. When Samadhi? Nididhyasanam alone, when gets mature, it is Samadhi. So Samadhi we do accept. And in Samadhi there is intimate appreciation of Atma, we do accept. But in Samadhi you are not experiencing Turiya Atma. In Samadhi you are owning up the fact that I am Turiya Atma. Which you can do in outside Samadhi also. But outside Samadhi you may have some distraction. In Samadhi there is a distraction-free appreciation. Alright. So, this is the teaching given in the Kurcha Brahmana. And the last part of this Kurcha Brahmana is very beautiful. Earlier, in the previous Brahmana, Shadacharya Brahmana, every time he was offering 1,000 cows, and Yagdevalkya say, no, I don't want, because I have not given you complete knowledge. But after giving the knowledge of this Turiya Atma through Avasthatraya Viveka, Janaka got it. And Yagdevalkya confirms it. Abhayam vai Janaka praptosi. He could see the brightness on the face of this, what is called Janaka, means he understood. See, generally when the Shishya understands, then Guru understands, the Shishya has understood. Sometimes Shishya will be doing like this. But he is simply doing like this. Because he was sleeping and he wants to show that, no, I am not sleeping. Guru understands that. Because Guru has also done like that, no? इसको हिंदी में बोलते हैं भुक्त भोगी है. So he knows it. So when Shishya really understands, Guru understands. So Yagnivalkya understood that Janaka has understood exactly, I am Turiya Atma. Turiya Atma means what? That I am consciousness, limitless consciousness, in and through all three states of experience, not limited by any state of experience. That is called Turiya Atma. He understood. Then he said, Abhayam praptosi. When I own up myself to be this Turiya Atma, there is no fear. Because everything is nothing but this, my manifestation, my apparent manifestation, my mithya upadhi. Therefore there is no fear. Abhayam praptosi. No fear of death also. No fear of punarjanma. Oh, if I don't get dhanam or something happens and my Videya Mukti is not registered in the Swarga or somewhere, then again I will be born. No fear at all. Abhayam praptosi. Then, now Janak Raja is expressing his gratitude. Now he doesn't say 1,000 cows, 5,000 cows. You know what he says? First of all, he himself gives as though he is giving blessing to his Guru. He says, Yagnevalkya Sahuvacha Vaideha Abhayam Tva Gacchatat. Let this Abhaya be with you also. That's a, Shishya is giving. Means he says that it is there with you. What you have, I also got it. It can be taken in that way. And then he says, because of your grace alone, I could get it. And ime videhaha. Now he doesn't say 1,000, 5,000 cows. He says the whole kingdom is yours. This is the kingdom. Not only kingdom, I am aham asmi. I am at your disposal. So he said, I am completely offering myself and whatever I have. Mama and aham, both are offered. So that 5,000 cows gone. The full kingdom, he said, the whole kingdom and I myself am available for your service. So this shows that how much he have got it, how much he must have got it to express in this manner. When he got everything, Purnatvam, then whatever is there available Vyavaharika Drishtya, everything is ready to give. Because he got everything, now nothing can add to his Purnatvam. Therefore he said, everything which is there is yours and I am also available at your service. So this is how this Kurcha Brahmana, very beautiful Brahmana, only 4 mantras was presented. Then the next is Jyotir Brahmana. Very popular Brahmana, Swamiji talked about it, Jyotir Brahmana, very elaborately in the beginning itself. Atmana Aste, that time he explained. This Jyotir Brahmana has got 38 mantras, very long Brahmana, and it has got 3 topics. The first topic is revealing Atma as self-effulgent consciousness, mainly based on the Swapna Drishtanta. With the help of the dream situation, the Atma is Chaitanya Swarupa, Atma is light, Atma is revealed as Jyotihi. That is first topic. Second topic is Samsara Varnanam, description of samsara, with the help of dream example again. And with the dream example, it is shown that how in dream you assume problems and you feel burden, you feel miserable. In waking state you already had nice meal, but again in dream state you feel what? You are hungry. Janaka Raja's example is there. So Janaka Raja was driven out from the kingdom, he lost kingdom and he was hungry for so many days, and he is going to the charitable place where food is freely distributed. That also got over, and lastly whatever stuck on the vessel, from that some khichdi was available. That also stuck khichdi, burnt stuck khichdi, that was available, and that he gave in one leaf cup, donnai, and he kept and he was able to eat. Then the bird comes and takes it, or it falls down, and that time Janaka got. So in Swapna we see that we don't have problem in waking state, but we assume problems and we feel problem. So by that description it is shown that really you are free from problems. But you do not know yourself to be what you are, and you identify with what you are not, anatma, and anatma problems become your problem. Because you do not know that this anatma is anatma. Therefore, being identified with anatma, anatma's problem become your problem. You are importing problems. Some people are very fond of that. You know, they have Puja Swami say sometimes we import problem. We really don't have. We import problem. So, samsara example, Swapna example, it was explained that how Jiva is suffering because of superimposition of these anatma and anatma problems. Therefore, Puja Swamiji gave one talk. Problem is you, solution is you. What does it mean? If you are not understood, you are problem for you. Non-understood, ununderstood, misunderstood, you are problem. Not understood and misunderstood, you are problem for you and for others also. Whenever you are problem for you, you become problem for others for sure. Because you don't keep your problems with you, you spread it. Like some smelly body. So, smelling body. So, problem is you, what? Misunderstood you. And what is solution? understood you are solution. So problem is you and solution also is you. So solution was third topic is moksha varnanam. Second topic was samsara varnanam with the dream example. And moksha varnanam, the description of freedom with sushupti example, deep sleep example. It's a very interesting thing. So swapna example is used to describe problem, samsara. Sushupti example is used to describe or to explain moksha. So sushupti drishtantena moksha varnanam. How? In sushupti, I give up my identification with this kartrutva, bhoktrutva, and therefore I am free from all complexes, free from being a demanding person, wanting person. I am with myself. Therefore, in Shastra it is said, in Sushupti, person becomes one with Paramatma. Only thing, ignorance remains, therefore he comes back. So, in Sushupti, since identification with this Sthula Sukshma Sharira is not there, therefore samsara is not there. In moksha, I give up my identification permanently, including Karana Sharira, and therefore I am free from problems. So Sushupti example is used to show this, how Atma can be owned up to be free, how Atma can be understood to be free. So just as in Sushupti, Tadatmya is not there, you are free from samsara. Similarly, in Moksha Avastha, you are free from this identification with Anatma, therefore you are free. So by being free from the identification, misunderstanding, you can be free from samsara. That was explained in the third topic, Moksha Varnanam. So Swapna Drishtantena Samsara Varnanam, Sushupti Drishtantena Moksha Varnanam. And Atma being Swayam Jyoti, that part little bit will we see more and then go to the next Brahmana tomorrow. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari